Well, hello. Welcome to Howcast. We're here in our New York studio making How to Avoid a Sucker Punch. We make how-to videos the world wants to watch, and lots of our videos are made by filmmakers in the Emerging Filmmakers Program, which I run. We've got some members of our team here. We have Joe.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
Joe.
Joe's an associate producer in the Emerging Filmmakers Program. This is Meg.
Hi, I'm Meg. I'm also an associate producer in the program. Today I will be answering your questions in our live comment box, but we're also going to answer a few of them live on air, so ask away.
Yeah, in case we weren't completely clear about it, we're streaming live. So keep the questions coming. You know, we get a lot of people asking us if we're robots, because over email, I guess it's hard to know that we're real people here. So that's why we wanted to do this today.
That's right, Heather.
He might be a robot. We're not sure yet.
Definitely not. I just wanted to explain a little bit about the program in terms of like why people should join the program, why particularly YouTube people would be interested in joining the program. For up-and-coming filmmakers, it's a great way to build your reel and make some cash on the side. Anything else I'm missing? Those are the plus points for me.
Yeah, well, I think you're going to see today that it's also an opportunity to get really cute girls pretend to fight. So we encourage a lot of creative freedom in the program. It's fun to make our videos, we promise.
Yeah, can I get into it?
Yeah.
Great, so the script that we're shooting today is called How to Avoid a Sucker Punch. It's one of our sillier topics. Sometimes we have more literal ones. Something like that. As you can kind of see over here, just a preview of it. I've kind of gone with a girl fight feel, so I've got two tough ladies in nice gym outfits. I've got some harsh lighting here. We'll go over that in a little bit. I think that one of the pluses of doing heavy genre is the sweat. Close your eyes. There we go. I've put some baby oil on them. And now I'm just spraying some basic water. Gives them a nice good sweat.
See what we mean about making Howcast videos? It's pretty fun.
So let's get into my storyboards here, shot list. We recommend most filmmakers use some kind of setup, some kind of plan of how to shoot your video. I've gone with some detailed storyboards here. You don't have to go that far, but a shot list is good just to have on set, just to think things out. So let me read the step that we'll be shooting. It's step 3. It's ignore any distractions and be aware your opponent may come up with their own distractions. So for the first half of the segment, I've got my main character kind of ready in a punching position, and then a surprise distraction is going to come down. We're not going to say what it is just yet. We're hoping it can be a surprise till we actually shoot. Then as you can see here, I've got a nice tighter close-up of it. Do I really need the close-up? Do I want the close-up? Not really, but I'm thinking just in case, you know, I want to give my editor, which is also myself, some options later on, just in case, you know, the wide angle doesn't work out too well or something's wrong with that. Then the second segment here, I have the opponent creating a distraction. She's going to be pressing a Howcast C4 detonator that's going to set off a bomb, as you can see down here. I've got a nice slow motion close-up of my main character turning around, last action hero style, and seeing an explosion come in.
One thing we wanted to let you guys know is that we actually shot most of this video already. So this is just one step that we're going to cover now. We're going to show you how we get coverage, how we block everything, where the lights would go. And Joe was mentioning before, he'll talk about different angles as he's getting. It's not just about making sure that there's enough coverage for your editor. It's also about making the video feel really dynamic.
Yeah, and fun.
Yeah.
Before we move on, are there any questions, Meg? I don't know if there's anything coming in yet. But,
Actually, not yet.
Okay,
but
great.
I will let you guys know when we have some.
Thank you.
I'm sure there will be plenty.
The video you'll be able to see here on our YouTube channel tomorrow morning, right around this time, 12 o'clock East Coast time. We're in New York City.
Cool. Let me just talk a little bit about this current setup that we're going to do, and then we'll shoot it. Katie, our opponent, is not in this setup, so Katie, I'm just going to ask you to just walk off set here. It's our actress Linda. She's the main character. This is my camera right here set up. So I'm just going to push her right here. I've already put a mark down for her. Lighting-wise, as I said, it's kind of a harsh girl fight kind of feel. I want to do it like a real black space. So I've just got a few lights here. I've got one powerful key and then an even more powerful backlight. And then everything else is kind of a nice dark space. I'm not sure if you can see that from that camera, but it will show up in this camera here. Before I get to the camera, I did want to talk a little bit about lights. We recommend most filmmakers shoot daylight exterior because a lighting package, particularly like this, costs a little over $8,000 maybe. And we recognize most filmmakers, particularly novice filmmakers, up-and-coming filmmakers, don't have that kind of cash. One thing I did want to recommend, though, we wanted to talk about is lights you can use at home and stuff like that, particularly if you want to try to shoot something like this at home, which would be difficult but not impossible. The first thing I wanted to show you is one of these clamp lamps. It's got a 250-watt bulb in there. And that's what I would use for the backlight. It's not as good as like, the light over there. It has barn doors and diffusion on it and stuff like that. But if you have a nice open space, this could be a pretty good backlight. It's not as controllable, but it's pretty good. And this would cost maybe altogether maybe like 30 bucks. The only other thing I wanted to show you, let's sneak in here, is the China ball. This is one of my best friends at home. It creates a nice soft light. I usually put a 250-watt bulb in there. And it's great for a nice key light. You don't want your key light to be too strong or the shadows will be too harsh.
One thing we tell all of our filmmakers in the program is that you don't need to spend a lot of money to make a Howcast spot. I mean, the lights that Joe's pointing out, they're from Home Depot. They're like, what, 50 bucks, you said?
Altogether, that would definitely be under like 70. China ball is pretty cheap.
But the other thing that we tell filmmakers is just like grab all the lights around your house, your apartment, and bring them wherever you're shooting. So if you're shooting in the bathroom, you don't need to just rely on that one little light in the ceiling. Bring in a bunch of lamps and you'll probably be good to go.
Ceiling lamps are usually not enough, and we recommend, most particularly high definition cameras, they've got some kind of gain function where you turn up the gain or auto gain. We try to avoid that as much as possible because the more you're relying on the camera to boost the light and not using actual light itself, you're going to get this really kind of grainy, ugly image.
But the good news is you don't need to spend a lot of money to make that happen.
No, not at all. Let me talk about the camera a little bit too here. This is Canon T2i Rebel. This is a nice, a favorite kind of around here at the office. It has a great high-defin image. It's not that great with sound, but it's perfect for Howcast videos since all Howcast videos don't have sound anyway. We just rely on voiceover, music. Am I missing some sound effects that we give you when you sign up for the topic? But so this camera is particularly perfect for Howcast production, but I use it also on the side with a separate sound equipment too, when I want to shoot something with dialogue or something.
Guys, I also have a question about editing software.
Sure.
Besides Final Cut, what do we recommend filmmakers use?
Yeah, you don't actually need to have Final Cut to edit Howcast videos, although we use it here, and so it does kind of make troubleshooting easy. But our troubleshooting folks in post-production, one who's behind the camera right now, is actually really good at troubleshooting Sony Vegas, Premiere, Final Cut Express, and Avid Express. So we pretty much have all the bases covered. You just need one of those programs because they allow for multiple video layers. So like iMovie can't process our graphics.
Yeah. iMovie won't work. And I think like the newest version of Camtasia will work. I'm pretty sure about that. Camtasia is mostly a screen capture software, which is really awesome screen capture software for like when you want to shoot your computer and you don't want those lines scrolling down. But I think it can also edit pretty well too. So I want to throw that out there. Okay, cool. Let's shoot this scene. So as I said before, this is the surprise distraction. Just going to apply a little more sweat. There we go.
He's enjoying that too much.
Yeah. Perhaps just a little bit. All right, so when I say action, I just want you to kind of get, your eye line's going to be right at the camera here. You can just look at Canon there. You're just kind of tough. You're ready to fight. Then a surprise distraction is going to come down from magical sky. You turn around. It's like opening a present on Christmas morning. One last thing we should do before we start is I should white balance. This is something most filmmakers forget to do. If your footage comes out really, really blue or really, really orange, that means your lighting balance is off. You always want to, pretty much every camera has white balance settings, and you want to use that to make sure your lighting comes out with a natural look for your actress or actor. You can usually tell in the skin tone. If you're shooting daylight and you're indoors, you're going to see orange. If you're shooting with tungsten light and you're shooting outside, you're going to see this really blue. And if you mix, you're going to see either a really blue or really orange light coming from somewhere. So let me just white balance real quick.
Basically, you should plan to white balance every time you have a new setup.
Oh, definitely.
Joe, another thing I was wondering if you could talk to us about too is I know you're shooting on a DSLR and everybody would love to shoot on a DSLR, but not every filmmaker in the program needs to actually use one.
Oh no, and we also accept standard definition cameras as well. We recommend HD, we like HD, and for the specifics of the program, with HD filmmakers have the opportunity to build up towards the program and make more money. But we do accept standard definition if you want to start out, get a feel for the program. And if you like it enough, then maybe you can begin to invest in more equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah, the program actually has helped a lot of filmmakers just save up to buy an HD camera. And when we talk about HD cameras, it doesn't have to be that one. It could also be like a Flip HD or one of the Kodak small HD cameras. You'd be surprised like what good lighting and a tripod can do.
Hey, Heather.
Yes.
Speaking of buying cameras with money that you make in the program, what kind of money can you make in the program?
Okay, so when filmmakers first start out in the program, they earn a $50 stipend for every video they produce. Once they start making more videos, get accustomed to how the scripts work, and they're able to really sort of crank them out, they can move up to new levels in the program where they earn $75, $100, and then finally between $150 and $300 a video. And in that highest level, we also provide some budget so that we can make videos look super cool. And
Particularly fun ones. We've had like how to sword fight, how to make a Freddy Krueger glove, to a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
We have a lot of filmmakers who have a lot of fun with it. We always mention how to keep your job. You know, we had a Godfather fan, so he did a hitman in terms of following the script wasn't written to have a hitman in it. He just put a hitman in it, and it was hilarious. We loved it. We love heavy genre stuff too, like this over here as well.
True, yeah. So we do provide also a little bit of funds at the highest level to make sure the video can be super cool.
All right, let's shoot it.
Let's do it.
So the setup here is going to be, I'm going to call action, you're going to get ready, and then I'll call out distraction, and the distraction will come down. Again, for Howcast videos, particularly since there's no sound, I'm able to actually cue the actors and everyone on set because I don't have to worry about my voice getting picked up by anything. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to focus here. Camera rolls, and action, and distraction. And cut. So that was our surprise distraction, double rainbow. Hope you all enjoyed that. You can cut that light. So
what
let's
does
do
it
that.
mean?
Say again?
I said, what does it mean?
What does it mean? Double rainbow. We're not sure. We're still figuring that out. Let's do another take of that. Bring the rainbow back up, please. Right, and right now I'm just doing the same setup just with my close-up shot mentioned over here, just for cover, just for backup. Let's shoot it. All right, same setup. Camera rolls. And action. Distraction.
Whoa! A double rainbow!
And cut. Great, that was awesome. All right, so now we've shot the rainbow segment. I'm looking forward to moving on to the next one. Should we stop? Any questions, anything like that, or can I keep going?
I think you can keep going.
Cool. So because I'm shooting in a dark space, we need to kind of flip around for the opponent so that she doesn't have the exact same lighting. I would need to literally reverse her since I want to kind of suggest that they're kind of apart from each other. But before I do that, I'm going to shoot the rest of Linda's stuff since her lighting setup is already done. So as I said before, our opponent's going to hit a remote, an explosion's going to go off. I'm going to get Linda's shots right here, close up and extreme close up of her kind of turning around slowly. And for that, I'm going to shoot in 60p instead of 24 frames per second, which is what I'm shooting in now. And in post-production, it's a little complicated. We don't have to go into it now. But you shoot 60p, you conform to 24p afterwards, and you get this nice slow motion effect. So
One other cool thing about shooting MOS for Howcast spots, and it sort of might apply in for other videos too, is that a lot of our filmmakers will, while they're shooting, just read the script to the actress or actor so that they can react along with the beats that they need to hit.
Or you can pretend to do slow motion as well. Okay, cool. We ready?
Ready?
Okay. So I'm actually even going to, even though we're shooting slow motion, I'm going to actually have her pretend to do slow motion as well, and that will make it extremely slow motion. All right. Camera rolls, and action. Come over to me slowly. There we go. And give me a nice surprise. Now jump out of the way like it's a bomb. Cut. Awesome. Let's. No, I think that was great, actually. That was perfect. I'm going to do that again. I'm just going to, because I've reached the limits of my lens, I'm actually going to just literally walk right up to you and get my extreme close-up this way. All right, same thing before. That was perfect. Let's go again. Camera rolls. And action. There we go. Nice. And jump out of the way. Cut. Perfect. All right, I'm going to sit back here. And now I'm going to set up for my second shot. Katie, Linda, you are officially wrapped. Thank you so much.
Nice, Linda. I have
All
to
right.
say that not every filmmaker is going to have the luxury of somebody as fantastic as Linda.
Or Joe.
Or Joe.
I'm going to go set up lights.
All right, great. But a lot of our filmmakers star themselves in their videos. They star their family, their friends, students. You can also look around for local theater groups. You'd be surprised how many young actors are looking for some experience. And while Joe sets up these lights, I'm just going to show you how you can sign up to the program if you want to.
Before we do that, I actually have some questions for
Okay.
you from some of our viewers.
Exciting.
The 617 King asks, I'm a student, actually in class right now, tisk tisk. Can I make videos for credit at my school?
Well, actually, we work with some film schools where we'll integrate the program into a class. We've worked with Boston University. We've done some work with Emerson. We've worked extensively with Flashpoint Academy, Tribeca Flashpoint Academy, which is the new name. This is our third semester working with them. And what we usually do is actually have students make videos as part of their coursework. So that's one way to get class credit for your videos. Let's show you really quick before Joe's ready how to sign up to the program.
Well, Heather,
Ta-da!
they want to visit this URL.
We are really official here. This is some official handwriting. Howcastfilmmakers.com is the website. If you go to that site, you will find our application. You'll also find every detail you could possibly want about payments and the levels and video scoring. And you'll actually read everybody's bio, all these folks that you see here today. So you'll know who's actually reviewing your videos and where they're going to go live and just how the whole thing works. And then you'll hit apply, which is a big purple button at the top of the page, and you'll get started. You'll be able to download a script from hundreds. We add new topics every week, but there's always hundreds in there. And we've got everything from like how to make bacon cupcakes to how to learn to ride a bike to how to kiss with a tongue ring. I mean, really just about everything you could possibly want to cover, Howcast covers. And so it'll be pretty easy for you to find a script that you can have fun with. Pick something that works for your resources. If you have a kitchen, pick a good cooking spot.
I'm ready to shoot.
I guess you telling me something other than that?
Another thing on set is that we like to go fast and we like to get it done as quickly as possible because most sets, even novice filmmaker ones, you're always on run and gun time for location, lighting, actors, anything.
Hey,
So
Joe.
I think that was Joe trying to tell me to cut. So go to howcastfilmmakers.com if you want to sign up.
But I want to ask you one question before you start shooting.
Sure.
The viewers want to know what lenses do you use for your DSLR?
I'm using the kit lens. I have not had enough time with this camera yet to look into more in-depth lenses. We have a rental company around here that I like to go to called Adorama, and I intend to rent some nicer lenses there. L series is always something I keep hearing about that I want to check out, better glass, things like that. This is a zoom lens too. I'd prefer, I like this lens because it zooms back and forth so I can have a few different options. But generally a better lens is also going to be one that doesn't zoom and it's just a nice prime lens, what they call it.
I've actually heard you can get a lot of old lenses on like eBay, right?
Yes, you can do that too because it's a Canon still camera as well as a digital camera. You can also use a lot of still camera lenses as well.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay, are we ready to shoot? We don't need to break or anything, right? Okay, this is the C4 Howcast C4 detonator. It also turns on the air conditioning here. I'm going to give this to our opponent, Katie Montgomery. You may notice too that the lighting has switched. I've reversed the keys on this side, backlights on this side. So Katie, when I say action, you're just going to give me this kind of evil, devious look, and you're just going to press down the remote in this kind of cartoonish way.
I can do that.
Cool, sounds
Is she
good.
sweaty enough? She should
She's
be a
not
little
sweaty
sweaty.
enough, Heather. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. She's definitely not. All right, let's really douse her. There we go. She's
Nice.
she's
sweaty.
perfect now. She's perfect.
Dewy.
Great. All right, let's shoot it then. Just gonna get a little wider for her. All right, camera rolls and action. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, let me get a little, I'm just gonna actually just get a punch in or a close up of that remote. Can you bring that remote up again for me, Katie? I'm just gonna get frame for her so I know how to frame it, right? That looks good. Let's do it again. Camera rolls and action. Perfect, perfect. Cut. And I think that's it. Oh yes, the explosion. We're not gonna do that here. We'll probably just do that in post. It's a lot of expensive equipment here. Don't wanna blow anything up. Am I missing anything? I think we got everything.
I think that's about it. Are there any other questions?
I'm not seeing any right now.
All right. So don't forget that tomorrow this video is going to go live around 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Howcast YouTube channel. And we're also doing some more live streaming tonight at 4 o'clock. We're going to be doing a magic show. And tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. we're going to be streaming live from the Lambs Club, where we're going to make lobster rolls and heirloom tomato salad.
That's right, Heather.
He's a robot. Bye.